Welcome to another video. So in this video I'm going to talk about one of the most important thing, which is what can be done during this lockdown, during the coronavirus. So I know that the lockdown is going on, and even when the lockdown would be lifted there would be lots of restrictions. So we actually got some time to build some really good stuff, or to work upon some really good stuff. So in this video I'm going to talk about what you can build or work upon, which would actually have a positive impact in your career, or which can actually help you stand out. So in this video I have segregated it into three sections. Firstly, I would be talking about the things or stuff which can be worked upon specifically for the first and second year students. Then part would cover about the third year students, so what they can do even if they lost their internships, what kind of stuff they can work upon. Now finally, in the third section I would be talking about the fourth year students like me, like what I am working upon right now. And yeah, that's it. So let's just directly dig in. Now coming to the first and second year students, so in first and second year it is really important that you choose a direction. So usually students take a path, like they want to move towards app development or web development, or maybe machine learning or data science or computational programming. So I would suggest you definitely to take up a course, but don't do it this way that you take a lot of courses and work on it simultaneously. Like I heard that people are taking up machine learning, app development, they are taking it simultaneously, and they are working upon two or three courses. They are making projects and they are writing it in the CV that they have certifications for these and these courses. So here I want to tell you that certifications are less important. They are not that important as compared to your projects. So try to make something that you learn from a course. So for example, if you are working on a course, do it seriously, make side projects, make the projects which are there in the course, and for your personal projects also, the things that you have learned from that course, apply it and make something useful. Make a great project. So work on great stuff, great projects, and that's really valuable as compared to having a lot of certificates of a lot of courses, because at the end these certificates have less value as compared to the projects that you list there. So at the time of interview, if you tell the interviewer that this is the project that I am working upon and it has these many people are using it, and it has these many hits or these many likes or views, then that's more valuable as compared to presenting a certificate. Because to be frank, everyone has some or the other certificate listed on their apart from that, I would like to tell you one more thing, that don't go for the courses which say learn machine learning in 30 or 40 days from scratch. So I mean, I don't know how a person can, or a curriculum can teach you machine learning from scratch in 30 or 40 days. So I have heard about these courses and I see the advertisements of these courses, but I don't know how it's practically possible for first or second year students, for the students who might not be able to code properly, to do something like machine learning or deep learning. So stay away from these courses, move slowly, do your data structures and algorithms, then do the development. So this is another important point that I want to tell you, that for the first and second year students, you can start from data structures and algorithms. It is really important, you can't skip it in any way, because even when you go to development and all those stuff, you work upon different projects, you need that foundation. So data structures and algorithms is very very important. And to do data structures and algorithms, I would suggest you to start with my code school. It's really good, it's free, the videos are on the YouTube and they are really good videos. So you can learn the concepts, understand the concepts from my code school, and after that you can start practicing. So for practice, you can visit various websites like HackerEarth, CodeChef, or CodeForces, Spodge. So these are all websites. You can start doing questions on it, and that would actually help you in building your problem solving skill, and will build your aptitude. So it's really important to start off with these things and start doing questions on these platforms. Students, so if you have your internship and you are in contact with your manager or your recruiter that due to coronavirus you can work from home, and probably they would agree with it. So if it's there, then it's fine, you can work on it. And if it's not there and they say that we have to defer the internship, or we are not hiring interns right now, or we are declining all the offers, then I would suggest you that firstly you should definitely apply to remote internships, because in computer science it really doesn't matter if you have to work from office or home, because you just need your laptop and a Wi-Fi connection. Should we focus on number of projects versus quality of projects? So I would say that quality of projects matters a lot rather than number of projects. So as I was talking about working on a single project, so if you work on a project and if you launch it in the market and it's being used by a lot of people, that's more beneficial for you, and that is more impactful than having 10 projects listed on your CV. So one project that is launched and it's being used in the market, that's much more valuable than 10 projects listed on your CV which are maybe in GitHub only. So ask me is, should we work for free? So I mean, this is a very subjective question. Everyone would have a different opinion, but I am of opinion that if the project that you are working upon has some impact, if the people give you full rights on the code that you write, then you should probably think of voluntarily working, because like in this situation of coronavirus, I have heard people actually doing it, and good people are doing it. So for example, if you see the website of if you see the website of IIT Roorkee, there is a program Spark, which is the internship for summer. So they pay you 2,500 rupees per week. So that would be like 10,000 rupees a month. And if you take this internship and you actually go there, you'll see that when I was also going in triple IT, I have to pay for my hostel or my mess fees also, like the food I eat, and then the bedding charges and all. And if you don't take hostel and live outside, even then you have to pay your rent, you have to pay for your food. So eventually you would be paying more than what you are earning, because 10,000 rupees is really less. So what is important here is that people still go, and it's really competitive. Like, you can see the acceptance rate of internships in IIT Bombay or maybe IIT Roorkee. So like thousands of people apply and only 100 or 120 are selected. Just look for the experience and knowledge that you are gaining. But if you are someone who are not financially stable, then that's a separate case. Otherwise, don't look for money. And the other thing is, lockdown, many companies are not hiring interns, or they may have deferred your offer. So in that case, I would suggest that if there is a company or a startup that you are liking a lot, or a product that a company or a startup is working on and you want to work on that product, just message the recruiter or maybe the manager or the founder of that startup on LinkedIn and tell them that, hey, I am really interested in working on your project, and I know that you are not looking for the interns, but I really want to volunteer and work on it. So you just have to clarify, why are you working? So just tell them that I am working because I want to gain knowledge, and I want to build something that can be actually used, and that can be used not only by thousands but maybe tens of thousands or millions of people. And tell them that you want to see how a project is worked upon in real world, or how real world problems are solved at a large scale. So that's why you want to take this internship, and you don't want to want any stipend or anything. You are working on voluntary basis, so you can tell that you'll learn a lot by this. Now coming to the fourth year, so I'm presently in fourth year, so I would tell you what I have been working upon. So when the lockdown took place, I was working on a project. Like, I started my own project, which is DPAI, which is disease prediction using artificial intelligence. So I made this project. So initially, when the coronavirus was all this stuff was happening, I was actually exploring about this coronavirus on various websites, IEEE Research, Springer, and Kaggle. I was exploring various datasets. So in this app, basically I built an Android app, which is, I named it DPAI, disease prediction using artificial intelligence. So in this app, I actually made a column of a prediction. So a person has to enter some details, like what is your age, your gender, the country in which you are residing, and if you have a travel history or not. And like, there are these questions there. When you answer those questions, the app actually predicts the risk of having coronavirus. So I made this application. Then I made another thing, that I was giving all the news and the trends happening around the globe related to coronavirus in the app. So I built it during the initial lockdown period, and it took me 10 days to build it, to build the machine learning model and to build the front end and all. So I built it, and after that I also extended it. So I was thinking of including more diseases. So then I spent 2 or 3 days more, and I added two diseases. First one was the heart disease, and the second one was diabetes. So now this app predicts the risk of having diabetes, coronavirus, and heart disease in a person. Apart from that, it also informs a person about the latest trends and news related to coronavirus, heart disease, and diabetes. So that's how the app works. So then last week I was launching it in Play Store, but Google suspended it. This is because at present Google is only allowing uh, so but the Google suspended it because at present Google is allowing only the app from government sources to be published in Play Store related to coronavirus. So my app was suspended, and yeah, that's it. From the past week, so I have been working upon another project. So I just called up my professor who helped me during my triple IT project. So I just called him up, and I said him that hey, I was exploring my the coronavirus dataset, and I saw these things. So can we work upon it and explore further what can be done? So right now I'm working on this project under him, and let me tell you that as I was exploring this data, I see a lot of potential of machine learning and artificial intelligence on coronavirus datasets. So let me tell you that people are predicting when can peak occur in the countries like maybe India or Canada or Australia. So they are predicting when can peak occur in these countries. Then they are predicting when can second wave occur in countries like China. Then there is prediction about having coronavirus or not by looking at the images of lungs. So it's a image classification of having coronavirus or not by looking at the images. So I mean, these are the stuff which can be worked upon. So I have been exploring all of these stuff, and right now we are working on a project, like me and my professor. So we are working on this project, and so you should work on some stuff that can solve a real world problem, and you should identify the problem and work upon it. Like presently, like I am working upon coronavirus a lot. So that's how you can also take a research area, or whatever problem you are facing or people around you are facing, you can work upon it, and yeah, you are good to go. Know that the lockdown is happening, and we don't know if lockdown would be extended further or it would be lifted, or when our college exams would be happening. At least our college has not announced anything. So I mean, there's a lot of uncertainty happening. So in this time, when you got a good amount of time to work on good stuff, so that's why I thought of making this video. Yeah, that's it. So best of luck. I hope you guys are working on some really good things. And if you have any query, you can comment here or mail me. I'll be happy to help.